Hey students, I just wanted to say hello. I hope everyone's doing really well at home dealing with all of this craziness. I really have looked forward to seeing your guys' work being posted, and seeing some of you and your smiling faces makes me feel so much better and so much more inspired. So I hope that you decide to take a look at some of this stuff and feel like creating with maybe some of the things that you find around your house. So let's get started. Welcome back, my most amazing artists. Today I'm going to show you how to make something that is pretty cool, and I think it's going to be really special if you happen to be a Pokemon fan. Today I'm going to show you a really cool technique that you can try with just a simple piece of paper and maybe some colored pencils or crayons or markers. If you don't have anything colored, you can always just use a regular old pencil. Today I'm going to show you something in color. We are going to be learning how to draw. Really cool. You could always try to just trace something too if you wanted to start like me. So here I am going to draw another circle in the middle. And I'm trying to make sure it's in line as best as I can. So you'll find that I'm sketching and I might have to erase some things, and that's okay. Remember, if you draw light until it's right, it'll be a lot easier to fix those mistakes. So I am just making another circle here. Great, that looks pretty good. I am going to show you, and I'm going to draw some lines that line up parallel, that means going the same direction, with my fold that's in the middle. So I'm just drawing two lines here. Pretty simple. Okay, great. So that's the start of my Pokeball. Now, I want to think about what kind of thing do I want to see inside here. So think about that a little bit. Okay, students, so all I've done right here is I have sketched out what I would like to see inside my Pokeball, which in this case happens to be, of course, a wonderful Pikachu. So here's the first thing you need to notice. If I have this closed, I should see nothing except for my Pokeball outside. I also might want to take a pencil and very lightly mark where that paper lines up across that edge. So I'm just kind of sketching along the outside edge to trace it. And then when I open it, I should see my design inside. Now, I want you to also notice that I finished the circle up here, and you might not be able to see that yet just because my lighting is really bright, but I'm actually going to use a marker. In this case, I'm using a Sharpie, but you can use anything you'd like. You don't even have to do this step. You should be able to see your own drawing in pencil just fine. You could also use a colored pencil in black to really give this a nice pop if you want it to look like mine. So to get started, I am just going to uncap my Sharpie, and I am going to go ahead and start tracing out my design. And then I am filling in any spots where I see I need that line. And I'm actually going to trade out my marker here because I see I'm not doing so well, but maybe I've got a few more. We could try. Sometimes when you're scrounging around the house, you never know what you're going to find. Work with what you got. Let's see if we can do any better. While I'm sitting here sketching this out, I'm really interested to wonder what your favorite Pokemon is. And if you're up for the challenge, I would love to see you draw maybe whatever it is that you would like inside this. You might also try drawing something completely different just using this technique. I bet some of you have even seen this trick before on the internet. I hope that during this you have thought about all the good things that might have come from it. Maybe you got to do something new while you're at home. Maybe something you've never tried before. I hope this week you have a lot of opportunities to try some new fun things at home. I am going to be uploading some extra videos for you guys, so hopefully you want to come and join me along for those rides too. Let's see here. So if I'm going to draw a Pikachu, the first thing I want to think about is the size of the body. I actually happened to do this to myself. I drew my Pikachu way too big to start with, and fortunately for me, I drew really light, so I was able to erase anything. But keep that in mind as you're working, and let's see how I do this Pikachu. Pokeball. Sorry about the light. Let's see if I can fix that a little bit better. Okay, cool. So now my job is to start coloring, and I have just some regular colored pencils, but like I said, you could always use maybe some crayons or some markers or whatever works best for you. So for starters, I think I'm going to start with my lightest color first. It's always a good idea to do that. In this case, it's yellow, and I always like to make sure that whenever I decide to color anything, I have something to sharpen my color pencil with. So, just going to make sure Then I am ready to do a lot of yellow. And then set these aside and get to work.
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test, to train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Each Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Please, God.
Making this version of some kinetic art, and I really hope that you try something like this or maybe something totally different. Remember, I would love to see your favorite Pokemon, but if you want to make something different, I am more than happy to see it. Just try to use this format. Let's talk again about how I did that. I took a regular size piece of paper, and if you just have lined paper at home, or even if you just make this on like some paper that you found, that would be fine. I took that from the top down to the bottom. I lined up my corners. I creased it. And then I took that first flap and I brought it back up to the top. And then from here, I make a crease there. From here, all I did was with a pencil, drew a line that matched up underneath to show me where the inside and the outside of my drawing started. So have fun playing around with your kinetic art, and I look forward to see what you make. Goodbye, my most amazing artists. See you next time.